Greetings, I'm David, and this is Bloons Tower Defense. So, Bloons Tower Defense, as you could probably guess, is a tower defense game. It's an old Flash game, actually. And basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to protect yourself from a bunch of balloons. So, this is actually kind of a series. Bloon Tower Defense is a series that is still going on today. I think they're up to 6. I remember playing this back in middle school. This one and 3 in particular. I played a lot when it was still on coolmath.com back before, Cool Math was doing some shady stuff, if I remember correctly. If I remember hearing that at some point. So, this is probably only going to be one episode, just because this is a pretty quick game. Looks like we're gonna need one more monkey over here to protect ourselves. So if you played any of the later Bloon Tower Defense games, then you can probably guess that this is pretty bare bones, by those games' standards. Obviously, you have the regular monkey, dart throwing monkeys. You have the tack towers, and then you have the ice tower, a bomb, like a cannon tower, and then the super monkey. Again, pretty bare bones by today's standards of Bloon Tower Defense. They don't have a whole lot, and each tower only has 2 upgrades, and they're not exclusively you can take both of them. There's no locking yourself out of one if you take another. I remember playing the third one a lot. I think I played this one quite a bit too. Do we not have... Alright, so we did take a couple hits. That's not ideal. But I'm trying to save my money as much as possible so we can get as many towers set up. So the first game, there's really not a lot in the game. It's just this one map, those 5 towers, and you only go for 50 rounds. There's actually there's no music even. That's actually something I'm probably going to add in post, just so it's not just me talking and the popping of balloons. I don't find the long range to be overly helpful in this one. It just doesn't seem like that the range is all that beneficial compared to the default, but I'm going to take it because, why not? I find the piercing darts far better as an upgrade. Being able to take out multiple balloons in one dart is very beneficial, very helpful. Up here. Just to ensure I'd like to be spending this money on dart towers. Dart towers were always my favorites. I don't know why, I just really like the idea of placing something down and not just having it being like an all-encompassing. Shoot. Okay, did manage to get one. Let's go ahead, set up there. Ooh, looks like we got some yellow balloons. My test playthrough, I can't remember. I did manage to beat the game, so... And again, there's only 50 rounds in the first game. Yes, definitely faster shooting speed. Now, the TAC towers don't really have a whole lot of range to them. They are primarily about just, being in one spot and taking out as much encompassing, or inside its radius. I don't think that's necessary. I might start saving up for piercing darts on all of my monkeys. Yeah, because that's we didn't really have piercing darts on these guys up here, so anything that was getting to the end was just breezing past. I don't know, like, what your tendencies are or strategies are with games like this, but I tend to like to place them throughout. I don't know why. I don't really... I prioritize the front at first, but then I kind of fill in, because I don't really like leaving my back exposed. Let's go ahead. Piercing dart. So in this one, there is only 6 different types of balloons. We've seen 4 of them. The reds, the blues, the greens, and then the yellows. As you pop a balloon, it'll go down to the lower tier. Let's definitely go ahead. Won't really help us in this particular round, but... Again, I prefer faster shooting speed. The extra range is okay, but it's not as beneficial to me, in my opinion. At least in this game, where the range doesn't really increase by much. Rather save the money for a second one that'll, essentially double the amount of balloons that these will pop. Or this area will pop. So, again, this will probably only take a part, but I wanted to play this game, one, because I had a feeling we would probably need to cover a week or a day as we kind of recuperate and get new episodes made for other things in other series. So this was just a nice little breather game to play, although it gets pretty stressful, especially when you get a bunch of these type of swarms, or these yeah. I'm heavily investing in this spot. Alright. That's probably enough for right now. Again, I love TAC towers. They were always my favorite. in these games, and in later games you can make them into very powerful towers. Unfortunately, you don't have access to tax yet. That's just not a thing yet in the series until I want to say 3. I haven't played a whole lot of 2, or at least I don't remember a whole lot from the second game. Tax and like floor tax specifically. Floor tax and pineapples don't become a thing until I want to say 3, but I could be wrong on that. I think 3 is where a lot of the sort of upgrading towers, a lot of the norms for those start happening. I would not recommend getting an ice tower until you have a bomb tower, because when a balloon is frozen, it can't be destroyed by darts or tacks or anything. It can only be destroyed by bombs in this game. So it's more beneficial to wait until you have a cannon. Cannons are probably worth giving the extra range to because it actually seems to be a sizable difference. That faster shooting speed, please and thank you. Probably go ahead and get the bigger bombs next. We're already halfway there. It's looking pretty good. Yep, let's go ahead and get that. You'll never get the amount that you put into a tower back if you try and sell it, but sometimes it is worth selling them. Unfortunately, you can't move these guys around after you've placed them. I didn't get a chance to read what that said, but something 80-something%. Round. Trying to keep this kind of moving because, again, it's not a very long game, but it is still 50 rounds of basically this sort of thing. Should actually start seeing black balloons, which are a little slower, but they have yellow balloons inside of them. Not sure how that exactly works, but sure. Have enough for the ice tower just yet, but now we do. Put it like right here. I want to put it sort of at the edge of the range of the cannon. That way the stuff that it freezes will be the stuff that the cannon will hit. And in this game in particular, you can change things in later games, but in this one in particular, they aim for the first like the thing that's farthest in the line that it can hit, obviously. I'm going to go for another bomb tower. Yeah, right there. Seems fine. Once you have maybe about 2 or 3 cannons, you can probably start prioritizing getting Super Monkey. Super Monkey is basically a better version of the standard Dark Monkeys. It has basically rapid fire, which is really handy. Alright. Yeah, definitely get middle school flashbacks playing this game. Because that was about the time that I played it. I didn't play it like when it first came out, but played this. What was the other one that a lot of people really liked? It was like the geometry jumping game where you're running down like a hallway basically, and you gotta avoid. It was a very basic sort of game, but could be pretty challenging. You know, for as challenging as it was for a middle schooler. Let's see, we're at 1,000. I'll go for one more bomb tower that just kind of cover this area. It will help kind of cover any of the frozen balloons, although since they prioritize the stuff that's the farthest along, they probably won't hit these ones. Alright, so at this point, unless it looks like we're going to have some issues, I'm going to try and prioritize getting a Super Monkey. Because once you get Super Monkey, you're pretty safe. Looks like we might want another monkey up here or something. Maybe another tack tower, actually. To just kind of cover this area. I'll give it a little extra range, but again, I probably shouldn't be wasting our money. Yeah, you gain a lot of money in these later rounds because there's just so many balloons. So I think at this point we've seen 5 of the 6 different balloons, and in this game that's all that there are. There's no like Moabs or aka the blimps. There's no lead balloons or ceramic balloons or any. There's no fancy stuff yet. It's literally just the red, blue, green, yellow, black, and then one more that we haven't seen yet, but it's basically the black balloon, just another layer. Not really sure like what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail for this. Okay, here they are, the white balloons. They're basically another layer of the black balloon. Since this will probably only be one part, hopefully. Kind of thinking maybe I'll make instead of like having a number or finale, I'll probably just make a little balloon in the style of the channel font. When they get like here, that makes me really tense. Awesome, got Super Monkey. Let's go ahead, place you right there. And at this point, Super Monkey doesn't have like any of its special sort of laser beams or hyper beams or whatever they're called. I think the first level is always like laser beam. It's just a fast throwing dart monkey. But yeah, just placing it right about here will give us plenty of opportunity to take out anything that tries to get through. And once we get epic range, it pretty much covers the entire board. Yeah, like almost the entire board. Definitely depends on like where you put it. If we put it a little farther or a little closer to the middle, it definitely would have gotten the entire board. And 46. I don't think we're gonna get a second Super Monkey. Well, we might if we save up. I think at this point we're pretty much set. I don't think we really need to build anything new. I think our Super Monkey can handle pretty much anything else that makes it through. Awesome. 2 Super Monkeys. Nice. Yeah, at this point the Bloons don't stand a chance. I'm looking forward to going back to the second game now, since I don't think I played that one very much. I think this one and 3 were the 2 that I played the most. 3 just had a lot more to it. This one was more to see like what I could do on a with a basic challenge, you know. It's very bare bones, but it is interesting to see how well you can do without all the bells and whistles that like the later games have. All right. Last round. And I don't think this game has like a infinite mode. Like you can't just play forever, at least as far as I'm aware. I think round 50 is the cutoff. But I guess we'll see. Come on, Super Monkey. All right. Congratulations. All right, we did it. Okay, so thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in Bloons Tower Defense 2 whenever we get to it. So, yeah. See you guys in the next Let's Play.